Good evening, everybody. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the live. Thank you all so much for coming. It's Thursday. All right. I want to say a very special welcome to my new subscribers and to everybody who's just coming across this channel. I want to say a very special welcome to you. This is Trev from Trevessence, and on a Thursday, we do Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. Our objective here in doing this is to get one-on-one knowledge, reference, um, get an intimate connection with the Bible for ourselves. Because as you all can admit, the Bible has an influence on every single aspect of our lives. If you think about something as simple as homeowners association, you might find something relative to that in the Leviticus. If you think about some religions who wear wear toupee on their heads all the time, you will find reference to that in the Bible. If you also think about paying taxes and money and all that stuff, you will find reference to it in the Bible. When you talk about punishment, capital punishment and punishment for any crime, you will find a reference to it in the Bible. So, all in all, the Bible really does encompasses our entire life. Everything that we do, that we want to do, that will be done, that has been done, has reference to the good book. And so, because it has all that influence on our lives, I have decided that it is only prudent that we take a look at it for ourselves rather than leaving it up to others to tell us it says this, the Bible says this, and the Bible says that, and this is in the Bible, and that is in the Bible. When we aren't sure ourselves, we have not gone in the book and read that text for ourselves and read the text before and after it to determine what context those words were spoken in. Who spoke those words? To whom was the speaker speaking? And what were the conditions under which those words were spoken? And we have made some rather interesting discoveries since we started this journey some months ago. We took a hiatus, we took a sabbatical, yes. We had like about 3 or 4 months of a Sabbath. Yes, we took a Sabbath off for a little bit, and then we came back, and we hope and pray that we'll be able to continue right to the Revelation. We just finished the Leviticus, and this evening we're going to be doing the Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia, with the questions coming from the last few chapters of the Leviticus, 21 to 27. Those are the last few ones that we went through. And that's going to end the Leviticus. And then starting tomorrow, we move on to Numbers. Okay? And we will continue thereon. I hope that you all will continue to stay with me and you will invite new people to come in and join us, because I love to have healthy discussions, and I love when there are others who have differing opinions so that we can broaden our minds, broaden our knowledge, and have healthy discussions where we share ideas, share thoughts, share knowledge. Because I know I have some people over here who are real scholars of the Bible. They, whatever experiences they have had, many of us have not had with the Bible. And so they are able to contribute meaningfully to the discussion each time. And sometimes, even if they don't contribute to the discussion, they might text me and say, Trev, I heard you say so and so, and this is my contribution. Because some people, they don't want to be out front. So they don't want to text in the chat for fear that, I don't know, somebody might identify them. I'm not sure what the fear is, but whatever the fear is, it's personal and that is perfectly fine. But I really do enjoy having these conversations and discussions about the things that we find in the Bible. I know recently we were talking a lot about the Sabbath based on the information that we saw in the Leviticus. We was talking about 6 days you shall work and on the seventh day you should rest, you should do no work. But nowhere in the Leviticus did it say that first day was a Sunday. It said you shall work 6 days, and on the seventh day, that's going to be the Sabbath, because on that day you shall do no work, you shall rest. So I have concluded, if there's anybody with anything different, let me know. But I have concluded by what I have read that any day can be the Sabbath, providing it is the seventh day after having worked 6 days. So if I start my work week on Wednesday, trust and believe that next Tuesday is going to be my Sabbath. That's when I'm going to rest. And also, what gave me confirmation with that is also when it talks about the sabbatical year for resting the fields. So, like every 7 years, you rest the field. That's the Sabbath for the field. So, if the field can have a Sabbath of a whole year, what would make me feel as though there is this one particular day that has to be the Sabbath? Not logical, right? And also, as we read along, we saw where it says that the seventh month of the year, which is the month of July, on the first day of July is a Sabbath. So if the first day of July is supposed to be a Sabbath, that means that the Sabbath can fall on any day of the week. It is just basically a day of rest. And if the Bible says on the 1st of July is a Sabbath, there is absolutely no guarantee that that's going to be a Saturday. For the people who like to jump at me and say, oh, but Saturday is the Sabbath. Oh, but Saturday is the Sabbath. Well, not according to what I've read in the Leviticus. It says the first day of July is to be considered a Sabbath. That's going to be a day of rest. Okay, on the 10th day of July is also going to be a day of rest. Okay. First and the 10th can't fall on the same day of the week. So there goes that. So this evening, guys, we are going to be doing Swords in Hand / Bibles trivia. I see my brother Crackers in the place. Crackers, I'm still up on the road. Crackers, be safe, okay? Because all kinds of craziness happening on the road these days. All kinds of craziness happening on the road. All right. Lyndon, my brother Lyndon, how are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. And always a pleasure to talk to you. And always a pleasure to talk to Crackers as well. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Keisha. Keisha, my love. Keisha, my love. Keisha, I wonder where is Shelly the boss. If you get a copy of our paper today. Wait, where my lipstick? Where my lipstick? Where my lipstick? Where my lipstick? It's not even ready enough. But all right. May I go just go on with it in the name of the Lord. What happened yesterday? No, me yesterday. I see me here. You know, see me? Nice and rosy in all my glory. You know, see me? Stop act like you know see me, Keisha, cause you see me. Stop act like you know see me, cause you see me. All right, so see me here. I am doing great. I am doing great. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, I feel nice and airy today. So may I drink one wildberry, Seascape wildberry. Yes, Kira, yesterday the phone just shut off. Because it was in the bar when the charge anyway. He had no charge, darling. So it shut right off. And I was just like, oh well. And then somebody texted me later and asked me if I was still on live. And I was like, no, I'm not. But I guess it was still running because I didn't get to leave. I didn't get to shut it off because the phone just went kaput. Me left you to your Mr. Keisha. Keisha, you want to see the whole lot of this? Keisha, make you bad so. Make you Keisha, the whole of underneath my arm here so all the way swell up. I had to rub it up. I had to rub it up with some Benadryl cream and stuff, but it itches like crazy. It itches, but it just swollen and red and itchy. But Mr. McGlass on my face, because if it was ever my face, if that yellow jacket did ever catch me in my face, guys, oh my God, but I still have to come here so come sit down in front of y'all. Right, Cad? I would still have to come here, come sit in front of y'all with my swollen face. Juba, how are you doing? There is my brother. Juba, beg you want I sweet something, please. Oh my God. Why you late, Sister Winsome? Sister Winsome, you know, so you mustn't late in a boo. You know, so you mustn't late. Because I'm from 3 o'clock today. You have to tell me if you come, come. From 3 o'clock today. You have to tell me if you hurry up and come this towards the hand. Somebody don't know. Oh, all right, Winsome. What we talk about was not supposed to be for Broad Street. Okay? Because me know you miss your finger them. I can see your finger, Sister Winsome, typing. That was not supposed to be for Broad Street, okay? Juba, 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 how you doing, my brother? How are you, my love? Okay, I wish I could send some. Oh my gosh, did you say me see you eating the sweet sap? You know, from when I don't eat a sweet sap. I used to have a sweet sap tree in Miami and it dead. It just withered up and dead. I don't know what to eat. Yeah. Please remember to thumbs up. There you go, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. Don't forget wisdom. Wisdom, I straight me up my about my old fridge. All right. Today the old fridge is now work. It now work. It now work. So now no old fridge today. May I stay quiet? May I stay quiet and drink me? Wine is a mocker, as I say. Wine is a mockery. I'd say. Strong drink is raging, but he who is deceived is not wise. Therefore, you should not get drunk drinking. You can drink, but don't get drunk. All right. So that's hold on. Let me camera stay so. Yeah. So that is my seascapes right there. I'm drinking. All right. Hey, Joseph. Oh, no, man, me not get drunk. Me not get. I tell you, God, when Winsome she come out swinging, Lord of mercy. Me have to just hold my corner and sit down and watch her. I'm sorry, Sister Winsome, have your way. Have thine own way, Sister Winsome. Watch her so. What you mean by what I want to Winsome, Jesus? Winsome said she don't remember why she reads. I can't take too long. But Winsome, you were in the Bible study the other night, Sister Winsome. You were in the Bible study the other night. So you shouldn't forget, and then you had time to read. I want to Winsome, Sister Blessed One. Carry Winsome with you when you please take Sister Winsome with you when you're going. Because Sister Winsome, I know what I'm gonna do with her. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Sister Winsome. But Sister Winsome, remember, we read, when was it? Monday night we read from 20. 1 to 27, and we talked about it extensively and all the new information that we discovered in it. But most of it had a lot of numbers in it. Yeah, it had a lot of numbers, and most of the instructions were sort of carryover from what we read before. So it shouldn't be too hard. Most of the things in the Leviticus are repetitious anyway. It's like the same things. For example, they talk about a lot of the number seven, 7 times, wash 7 times, 7 days, 7 years, seven. Yeah, there's a lot of. So if any question you get that has a number for the answer coming out of the Leviticus, if you use the number 7, you that would be a good guess, because the number 7 does appear quite a bit. Okay, so they were talking about stuff like that. And also, one of the very interesting things that I found, remember we were talking about the tithe, and certainly at the end of Leviticus 27, it does talk about the tenth of the tithe, but we're going to get into that afterwards, because we're going to be reading it. We're going to be reading it later on. But before we do so, welcome everyone. We want to welcome you into the live of Trevisense Unstoppable. Tonight, as always on a Thursday night, we do Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia, where we sum up the chapters that we have gone through during the week in the form of Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia, where we do a little quiz where the questions come from the chapters that we read during the past week. But Kaiser, but what is this? The teacher giving the answers before the test. No, worry yourself. And some of them still not gonna get it, Card. I saw me teach. I am under, they're still not gonna remember. They're still not going to remember. But you give a little heads up and get the juices in the brain flowing and get them thinking. Because if I just come out here and go bam and start asking you questions, you haven't been refreshed. You haven't been prepared mentally to get into it. It's just an old pedagogical strategy that I'm familiar with using from my days, from back in the days in the classroom. Yeah, just an old thing that I used to use, to refresh the mind before we move forward. All right. So we are on to Leviticus chapters 21 to 27. If you have your book Bible, your Google Bible, get it. Hello, everyone. Jackie! Oh! May I take a drink for Jackie? Oh my gosh. Hey, Jackie. How you doing, sugar? How you doing? Good to see you. It's always a pleasure to see you, my love. How you doing? How are you? Hope you're having a great. Hope you're having a great. Don't you hear Keisha? Keisha said, "Trevor, me a true word fan. Me not sure, but Jackie is here, so you can compare for Jackie paper. Cad is here, you can compare for Cad paper. I need to take 2 drinks for me and you. All right. One for me and one for my sister Jackie. Yeah, there we go. Hi. Well, yes, Keisha, we started. Remember last time we did up to 20? So now we did 21 to 27. We did the whole thing all the way to 27. Because remember Monday night we did the whole study? But you were there with some, weren't you? Remember you had said that 24 was too long, but then after we read it, there wasn't so much, to add. So we just kept going and went all the way. We went all the way to 27. Y'all remember, guys? Only Sister Winsome remember. But anywho, it's all right. It is okay, Sister Keisha. It is okay. It's going to be just Sam. Is it to them feel nice to sing? Amidst all that is going on in my life, today I really feel an overwhelming sense of peace and calm. But and that is probably because the teacher come to class tipsy. The teacher is tipsy. Well, Joseph, the teacher is tipsy. All right. Well, Linda, where? Okay, so since the teacher is tipsy, it's gonna be a tipsy swords in hand tonight. Let me tell you what, God. As a matter of fact, let me take another drink. My brother AG roll up in the place. So me have to take another drink. All right? All right. So me take another drink. He said, wine is a mockery. As I say, I'm gonna find it in the Bible one day. Strong drink is rich, but he will deceive is not wise. You hear that, Winsome? You hear that, Winsome? All right, and I'm eat a talk this time. Oh my God, Jackie said, tell me the chapter and verse again, please. Jackie, we are on the Leviticus 21 to 27. Those are the chapters. You know, a lot of it is repetitious anyway. And I will definitely give you clues. You all know how I do, right? AG, what's up? Felicia! Hey, Felicia, how are you doing, my love? So good to see you. All right, maybe take a drink for Felicia. Felicia, long time I not see you know. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. With some can't wait for me start because with some can't wait for win. Okay, cheers, Keisha. All right, cheers. God, you can't do me so. You can't do me so. God, the Lord help us tonight. We're gonna be fine tonight. We're gonna be fine tonight. Cause you ever know say a drunk man always speak the truth? All right. A drunk man always speak the truth. So tonight you're gonna hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes. You're gonna make yourself some Baileys right there, Joseph. No, with some maybe it's card night. All right, so if you want to take out to the Bible, if you want to take out to the Bible and get ready, that looks so dark right here. So I just look feel kind of dark-ish. But anyway, I mean, I have on my glasses, but we are gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right. You don't know the first question? The first question. People stop share their life because every time somebody come in, she take a really can't. You can't do me that. You can't do me that, sister. All right. First question. First question is, which year is considered to be the year of Jubilee? Which year is considered to be the year of Jubilee? All right, that's an easy one, guys. So I'm gonna start off with something easy. Oh my God. You're doing me so bad tonight. Hey, blessed. You are full of, yes, blessed. You see, Joseph, I'll get him Baileys. And I have my Seagrams. Yeah, we're full of the spirit tonight. We're full of the spirit. See there? You see, God is the first drunk one. God, God, you are the first one who is drunk tonight. Winsome say 50. Yes, Winsome, the year of Jubilee is the 50th year. And that is the year of Jubilee. All right. Next question. In the Leviticus, what was their weapon of choice? What? Guys, hit the like button and share out the stream for me now, please. We need some more drunk people. We need some more drunk people over here tonight, guys. We need some more drunk people over here. Me and Joseph can't carry the mantle alone. Right, Joseph? According to the Leviticus, what was the weapon of choice for the children of Israel? What was their weapon of choice? Who remember? God, a good thing. Keisha. Can you imagine, Keisha? Can you imagine a copy from CAD tonight? What was their weapon of choice? Come, guys, roll on up. Let me see who has the answer. Oh my gosh. I just love you guys. Just know that I love you. Love you all. Love you all. I love you all. Ah, boy. Come on, tell me what was the weapon of choice for the children of Israel? And y'all know what I mean when I say the weapon of choice, right? What was the weapon they always used to carry out their judgments? What did Jackie say? Jackie, move Keisha no copy for your paper tonight. Keisha, Keisha, don't copy off a Jackie paper tonight, no. Beg you, please. Because if you do, heaven help you. Come on, guys, tell me. What was their weapon of choice? Yeah, what was their weapon of choice? So- no, you see, God giving out her disclaimer to Keisha. She said, don't do it. Don't copy off of here. At least, well, at least she get one right. No, Keisha, don't look for Jackie book at all. Don't look over there. Okay. Yes, can get it right. It was stones. Because remember, they stone people for everything. That was their judgment. That was their judgment. And once the priest determined that you are at fault, rock stone in your head. Rock stone. Boy, I tell you guys, me not know. Ah, that's why I'm reading the Bible, you know. That's why I'm reading it. And I'm glad I'm sharing it with y'all. Because boy, oh boy. Yeah, man, rock stone. What for rock stone? Them not ramp with their rocks. No blessed, no blessed. That wasn't it. They never have none of that at the time. They didn't have that at the time. Some big old rocks. That's what they use. Some big old rock stone. All right. All right. Next question is how many days? How many days the good book say? Let me tell you something, Joseph. I chew me junk. Okay, next question. How many? Me was going to say slingshot. All right, David. All right, Kish. All right, David. It's okay. We hear you. Next question. How many days? How many days does it say one should work before taking a day of rest? How many days they say one should work before taking a day of rest? All right, Jackie, come in faster than you today, card. All right, yes, you should work 6 days and then be off on the seventh. On the seventh day, you go to rest. Okay? All right. Guess what? I'm going to share this with you that I read in the book and that I realized. Beeves. Did you all know that there was a plural for beef? And it was Beeves in the Bible. Tell me you all didn't know that. Because I saw the word and I said, in context, it did sound like beef because he said, if your sacrifices be of beefs or rams, something like that. And I said, well, the beefs sound like maybe bullocks. So like bullocks, so they're pluralizing the beefs, the beef, so it's beeves. I'm like, this is interesting. When I looked it up, sure enough. So yeah, that was, I guess, their kind of their way, because English has changed over the years. So this was their way of pluralizing the animals that were the bovine animals that were sacrificed. That was their way of pluralizing it. Yeah, so there were beeves. Yeah, so if you bring two bullock, yeah, beef and beeves. Yeah, them couldn't spell back then. You're right, Kat. There's old English, old English. Yeah, so I thought, yeah, I'll share that one with you all. Yeah, so now you know, Winsome. Now you know. Now you know. All right, next question. If a house was purchased from this tribe, remember there were 12 tribes of Israel. So if a house was purchased from this particular tribe, it must be returned to them during the year of Jubilee. Which tribe was that? If a house was purchased, turn the F to via Adi. Exactly, blessed. Turn the F to V and add EF. If a house was purchased from this particular tribe of Israel, it must be returned during the year of Jubilee. Yes, Cad. Cad is on fire, man. Yes, Cad. Cad is on fire. Cad get two right by now. Yes. So the Levites, if you purchased house or property from any Levite on the year of Jubilee, that's 50 years after you purchased it, you got to give it back. Yeah, so in the year of the Jubilee, whenever they have the Jubilee session, because remember the year of Jubilee comes after every seven years. Does that make sense? 7 times 7 make 49. And then the next year is the Jubilee year. That's the 50th year. So every time they have a Jubilee year, anything that you had purchased from a Levite, you have to give it back. Okay? So it's best, guys, not to purchase anything from any Levites. Okay? All right, next question I'm going to ask you. At the Jubilee celebration, how many lambs should be at the Jubilee celebration? How many lambs they should bring to the Jubilee celebration? How many lambs? And I forgot what to tell you. I know Winsome is going to ask me. You can find that in the Leviticus 25 and verse 31 to 33 about the purchasing from the Levites. Okay. Next, at the Jubilee celebration, how many lambs should there be? I wouldn't wouldn't buy from them either because I'm gonna have to give it back. So I was not going to buy from them either. Cad says 7. Jackie says 6. Winsome says 7. Well, the answer I have here is 7, and it's in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 18. 23 and verse 18. Let's make sure. 23 and verse 18. And he shall offer the bread 7 lambs. Yes, so it is indeed 7 lambs. Did you purchase the wine you are drinking from the Levi? No, sir. I didn't purchase it from them, and I don't plan to give it back. So the thing they're going to get back is the bottle. That's what they might get back, the bottle, but certainly not the wine. All right, let's move right along. All right. Give me 2 dates. 2 dates in which a Sabbath is celebrated in the month of July. Give me 2 dates in which a Sabbath is celebrated in the month of July. 2 dates. There are several dates in July that the Bible says there should be a Sabbath celebration of some sort or the other. Name me 2 of those dates. Going once, going twice. Where's Sister Winsome? God says the 15th and the 10th. Very well. Who can give me 2 more dates? Give me 2 more dates. The 15th and the 10th, God is right. But there is also 2 more. Winsome, the month of July. July, Sister Winsome. We were on to the month of July. All right, so we are on to 23. 23 down to 39. Let me show you all something. Down to 23 down to let me read it for you right here. We're going to start reading at verse 32 rather. We'll start reading at verse 32 of chapter 23. It shall be unto you. Okay. I think I should start reading it before then. Oops, I gotta start reading it from the 27. Oh my gosh. From the 27. Also, on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and he shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And he shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul shall he destroy from among his people. He shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at evening. From evening until evening shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And it continues and says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be a feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no work. So that means that first day is going to be on the 15th. And then 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be another holy convocation. So from the 15th, count 8 days from the 15th and tell me what you get. Now, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What date you get for that, Winsome? Because that is going to be another Sabbath. It says, for 7 days you shall do the celebration. The 15th is the Sabbath. And then count 7 days after that. So that's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then on the 23rd is going to be another Sabbath. Okay? So right there, so we have 4 Sabbath days reference. That was going to be a question, but me know say it might you know shake you all up. And I wanted you all to understand it. So that's why I read it all the way there. So that makes us have four Sabbaths in the month of July. The 1st, the 10th, the 15th, and the 23rd in the month of July. All right, so now we are back on the same page. Let's move right along. Let me see. Question. Can a dwarf person eat of the Lord's bread? Can a dwarf person eat of the Lord's bread? Question. Hey, Felicia. We are going to 21 and verse 22. Okay, check 21 and verse 22. Did somebody say yes? Who said yes? Let me see. Who the first person to say yes? Hey, Lashas, how you doing? Winsome said neither. All right. So Winsome, you know you can't eat none. Look what Card says in the chat. Please remember to click like. There you go. Thank you so much, Lashas. Thank you so much, Lashas. Like, oh, Brave Buddy LV. Okay. Brave Buddy LV. Let me write down the name here, so. Brave Buddy. Welcome, guy. Welcome, LV. All right. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for coming. Winsome. Winsome. Oh my gosh. I don't me say it. I can't say it. I can't say it. Not me. Not me. Not me at all. But anyway, there is some conflict in this, but I'm going to read for you 21 verse 22. We got to read from a little bit further up. We are going to start at 17, 21 and verse 17. Because even though, guys, we are doing a quiz, and I hope that you can all pick up the answer out of your head, I still want to make sure I give you the references so that you can remember it, so you can know it. It's not just about you giving me an answer and getting a point. All right. I want when we are finished here, when you leave here, that you get an understanding of what was said. And chapter 21, verse 17 says, verse 17 says, speak unto Aaron, saying, whosoever he be of thy seed in their generation, that hath any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God. For whatsoever man he be that hath a blemish, he shall not approach. A blind man, or a lame man, or a man that hath a flat nose, or anything superfluous, or a man that is broken-footed, or broken-handed, or crookback, or a dwarf, or that hath a blemish in his eye, or be scurvy or scabbed, or hath his stones broken. No man that hath a blemish of the seed of Aaron the priest shall come nigh to offer the offerings of the Lord made by fire. He hath a blemish. he shall not come nigh to offer the bread of the Lord. All right? So, all those people that are described there, they should not come forth to offer the bread. So, it's as though those people cannot be like priests, or they can't be priests, they can't be like deacons, because deacons offer flat nose is present. So if you have a flat nose, guys, you cannot offer the bread to the people. Oh my God, guys, these things are so weird. I'm so glad I'm reading it for myself. If you are dwarf, if you got a flat nose, if you got scurvy, any little deformity, a blemish in your eye, blemish in your head, in your face, any kind of blemish, anything that is considered to be a blemish on your otherwise perfect structure, then that makes you ineligible to offer the bread. So you know what church the deacon offer the bread? So you can imagine if deacon have 1 foot longer than the other. Me couldn't be one deacon. Oh my God, explanation of the 4 days about the Sabbath stuff. Yes, Felicia, you're welcome, sugar. Sylvie, my sweet darling. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Sister Sylvia. When I talk to Winsome, he said, cause me deaf, me can't. You're right, Winsome. I couldn't offer no bread because I am. No problem, Felicia. No problem. We people in the Philippines, our asset is flat nose, but we are proud of that. Yeah, that's that you can't offer bread. So when you go back to church and the deacon with the flat nose coming to give your communion, tell him, you will contaminate my you go and contaminate my communion, not touch my communion. Yeah, these things serious, but you know me. I can't find a joke out of anything. So y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me if I laugh and you don't think it's funny. But is that you don't have to think it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's funny that the Bible would say that. So if you have a flat nose, you can't. If you're a dwarf, you cannot offer the holy bread. You even Felicia is shocked. Felicia, you never know so that in the Bible. Not true. I had no clue, sister. Oh my gosh. We are locked. How you doing? 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 We are locked. All right. I am fabulous. I am fabulous, my love. But anyway, so the question was, cause me have yes, me know me have defect. 1 foot longer than one. 1 foot longer than one. So me stand up sideways. Yeah, you see what I mean, Felicia? That is why I tell you, girl, it is so interesting. I said, when I read this thing and discover something, I'm like, what? I know them things was in the Bible, not one bit. I've been going to church from here, there, I mean, never hear pastor say, me never hear pastor say none of this at all. Never hear him say nothing like this at all. Some people with flat nose can't offer your bread. Ah, but let's say, how many commandments are there? But you know the funny thing, Lashos? All the things that I hear that he's commanding and commanding, I can't just 10. I just the 10 that were written on the tablet. It's just the 10 that were written on the tablet. But as we read along, we hear, this is what I command. We hear a lot of command, command, command. So I can't just 10 at all. Trev me attack the man in the back. All right, Winsome. Me know say you don't talk about the man in the Bible. You don't talk about the man, you don't talk about You didn't talk about me. Me say, yes, Sister Lashos. You hear a lot of it. You will hear a lot more as I read along. Say, this is what I have commanded you. This is what I have commanded you. I have and I'm like, doggone, there's just so many commandments that there, but there was only those 10 on. Okay. But then we move right along, guys, because I want you all to understand it. Now that we know that those people that we talked about earlier, they can't offer, they weren't supposed to offer you the bread, right? But in verse 22, it says, he shall eat the bread of his God. So all those people he talk about, the dwarf and the flat nose and all those people, he may eat the bread of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. Only he shall not go in unto the veil, nor come nigh unto the altar. So he can't go into the veil, he cannot come close to the altar, but he can eat the bread. So you were right, Cad, when you said yes. Yes, he can eat the bread. Him just cannot serve the bread. Okay, Cad says there were over 631 different commandments for the. There you go. There you go. Yes, as I'm reading it, I see a lot of it. I see a lot, and I'm like, okay, all right. Make me want to take a drink. I like how my nose flat. Me dare not touch the people and bread. Many reasons why I can't touch the bread. Number one, me foot them ilangoli, and my nose flat. Me can't.
I get so in Zara's room tonight because there's a big bed.
Oh,
There's only one bed.
I can't be in yours. I can't be on your bed. I can't be on your bed. Okay. We can talk about it later. Okay. Love you, baby. Hey. Oh, you never say yes. It was Winsome who said yes. They can eat it. Okay. All right. Me know. Winsome get me now and say Trevor steal my points. Me not steal your points, Sister Winsome. Not at all. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. All right. Let me ask you a question. All right. The strangers in the Bible. No, is me say yes, not God. Okay. All right, Winsome, me get your point. It says the strangers can't eat the holy thing. Who else it said can't eat it? He said strangers, them can't give strangers none of the holy bread. Who else they say cannot get any of the holy bread? Who else cannot get any of the holy bread? No strangers. So if you're a stranger, just like how for those of us who go to church, if you are in church and communion is being served, if somebody is a stranger, meaning they're a visitor, they're just coming to church that day, but they are not a member of the church, you not give them communion. They are not allowed to participate because they have not yet accepted the blood and those things. I Okay. Well, Lasha said Matthew 19, verse 17. All right. We're not at Matthew yet, but we're gonna make notes. We're gonna make notes, Sister Lashos, but we're not at Matthew 19 yet. 19, verse 17. All right. If you are not holy, you can't eat it. Exactly. Okay. Confuse me because It confused me because he only said 6. Who only says 6, Sister Lashos? Share that with me in the chat. Felicia says unsafe people. Kat says unclean people. All right, so the people who could not eat, the strangers could not eat. We're going to look at it in no, so nasty well. In 22 verse 10. In 22 verse 10, it says, there shall no stranger eat of the holy thing, a sojourner of the priest, or an hired servant. So if the priest hire you, you can't eat it. You shall not eat of the holy thing. But, listen to the but. And this is a question, but I'm going to read it anyway. But if the priest buy you, if the priest has bought you with his own money, you can't eat it because you belong to him. Want to hear me? If the priest has bought you with his own money, you can eat it because you belong to him. But if you are a stranger in his house, if you're just a passing through, a passers-by, you can't get none. All right, let's see. 11 says, but if the priest buy any soul with his money, he shall eat it, and he that is born in his house. So if you are born in his house, you can eat it. If he buy you with his own money, you can't eat it. But if you're passing by, So God, we just passing by. We are just passing by, sis. So we're not eating. We can't eat it. All right. What about the priest's daughter? What about the priest's daughter who has been widowed? She has been widowed, and so she come back home. Can she eat it? Come, guys, let me see who can answer that question. The priest has a daughter who is widowed. So you have a daughter, she married, she gone out, her husband dead, and she come back home. Can she eat it? God say yes. Yes, she can eat it. However, the daughter who is still married can't eat it. Okay? The daughter who is still married cannot eat it. But the daughter who is married but her husband has died, she gets some compassion. So them sorry for she, so she can't eat it. All right? Next. Who get the answer? No, can't get it. Because the daughter who is widowed can eat it. It's just the daughter who is married, still married, and married to a stranger, she can't eat it. So Kat got that one right. All right, me ask, Name 2. Okay, all right, it's okay, Winsome. Question. What characteristics would I have to have for me to be worthy of you got the one before that, Winsome? The one before that was you, Winsome. What characteristics I would have to have for me to be a wife of a priest. The priest's wife. For the priest choose me to be his wife. What characteristic would I have for the priest choose me to be your wife? Talk to me, guys. Ah, I win some got that she didn't get that. Yeah, I win some did get him. Yeah, I win some did get it. I gave it to her. Oh, Overtime, how you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? How are you feeling, my love? Yes, God. He would have did catch me long, long time ago. He would have he would have did catch me long time. He would have did catch me over 30 years ago. Oh my gosh. Well, Mikey is still there. But this is Mikey earlier, right? He would have to go catch me long, long, long time, brother. Long time ago. But yes, he's got to be a virgin. So Cod, you got that one correct. Next question. If you have touched anything unclean, all right, may I read? I'm pretty sure you laugh after me. Elisha says there was a woman who came up to Jesus and asked him, what can she do to make it into heaven? And he said to her, not murder, adultery, steal, false witness, honor your father and your mother, and love your neighbor as yourself. Yeah, those are the things that are way over there in the New Testament. Yeah, so that is why we are reading book by book, chapter by chapter, so that we can splice it and dice it and connect it and do all kinds of anastomosis to it ex- to make sure that we at least understand it on on our level. We are no theologians or anything. We just want to understand this book on our level because it influences every single aspect of our life. So it's only prudent of us to understand what it says and all that it says, It's only fair and reasonable. Okay? So we are getting over there, Sister Lashes. We are getting there because honestly speaking, we have read about so many commandments already, and we have just finished the book of Leviticus. So I can imagine that we're going to see a lot more. A lot more. All right. Next question. If you have touched an unclean, if you have touched an unclean animal, if you have touched an unclean animal before you eat the Lord's bread, what are you supposed to do before you eat the bread? If you have touched an unclean animal on the day that you are supposed to eat the Lord's bread, what must you do before you eat the bread? Dr. Overton saying he must sleep. Yes, Card. Card says wash with water. You have to wash yourself with water. So you need to go bed. You have to take a bath, wash off yourself before you can eat the bread. And as Sister Winsome said here, you cannot eat the bread before the evening because you are unclean until the evening. So in the evening, you go walla fresh, right, Card? Yeah. You go walla fresh, and then in the evening, when the sun go down, you can go eat the bread. By that by that time there, you don't want to eat the bread no more. But that is what it says there. And me says so. No, don't say Aunt Jeff says so, because I'm Aunt Jeff says so. is the good book that says. Yeah, you have to go wash in a water, go bathe yourself before. I have to do it when the sun goes down. So in the evening, when the sun goes down, then you can go ahead and eat your bread. That time communion done. Everybody else eat done, wash them foot, wash them belly, and gone about them business. And now you one, didn't know what you one didn't know. I eat bread after sun gone down. All right. I know me say it, people. I know me say it. It is right here. It is right here in the good book. All right. Next question. Can the mother animal and the baby animal be sacrificed on the same day? Can the mother animal and the baby animal be sacrificed on the same day? Can the mother animal, all right, win some, yes, win some, no. You cannot sacrifice the mother animal and the baby on the same day. Next question. How old should these animals be when they are sacrificed? How old should the animals be when they are sacrificed? Come on, guys. There is what, 14 million people in the house. Guys, you are on the bomb. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Share the stream. Invite your friends and your friends and your friends to come on over. To come on over. Winsome says 7. Card says 3. How old should the animal be when they bring them in for sacrifice? No, in some 7-year-old animal, no granny goat that. A granny goat that. No, sir. How old should the animals be when they bring them in for a sacrifice? And we see this start coming in from in the Genesis, the Exodus, the Leviticus, the age of the animals. It's said repeatedly how old they should be when they come in, when they come bring them to the priest to be sacrificed. Winsome, really? No, sir. Yes, God, they should be 1 year old. They always says a year old. Always, they always say a year old. The animals be a year old. Very good. All right, God got that one. When is Passover, guys? Oh, you was not there. Wisdom said she was not there. That's why she don't know the answer. Oh my gosh. All right. Which day of the year is Passover, guys? Which day of the year is Passover? When is Passover, guys? Tell me the month and the date of when it should be the Passover. Because I don't see, guys. I see we having Passover in April. We having Passover in April. But according to the good book here, when is the Passover? Give me the date, the month. Okay. Know what month of the year and what day is the Passover? Which month? God said the fourth month, the 15th day. Not according to the book. Not according to the book. The book speaks of the Passover. You make sure me look again. Yes. Come on, guys. When is the Lord's Passover? In the 7th month, the 3rd month, 15th day. I'm going to give you one more try. One more try. What date is the Passover supposed to be on? Check chapter 23 and verse 5. Check chapter 23 and verse 5 and then give me your answer. 23 and verse 5. Chapter 23 and verse 5. You should find the answer right there. The month and the day. The month and the day. When is it supposed to be the Passover? Come on, guys. Come on. Come on. All right. Card says 14 day, the first month. Exactly. So go ahead and check it out. And check it out in your Bible, guys. The 14th day of the first month is supposed to be the Passover. All right, can't get that? When some you need to put your answers them in one and not piece. All right, so that day is the Passover. When is the feast of unleavened bread? When is the feast of unleavened bread? I even didn't know that they have a feast of unleavened bread. But there is a feast of unleavened bread. When is it? Anybody remember? Anybody remember the feast of unleavened bread? Let me see, 20. When is the feast of unleavened bread? Knowing some? No. That's not the day that is the feast of unleavened bread. When is the feast of unleavened bread? When is the feast of unleavened bread? You want me to tell you where to find it? All right. Check Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 6. And then tell me, when is the feast of unleavened bread? Which month is the same month, Winsome? Which month is the same month? Which month are we talking about? Remember, we talk about a lot about context. Which month are we talking about? The 15th of which month? Come on, Winsome, the 15th of which month? The 15th of the first month. Yes. So you and Cad come in with the same time. I'm going to give both of you the point. Yes, the 15th day of January is supposed to be the feast of unleavened bread. Okay? And on the 14th is the Passover. So the evening of the 14th, you're going to have the Passover. And then the next day, which is the 15th, is going to be the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, you're doing so good so far. For how many days should they eat the unleavened bread? For how many days should the children of Israel eat the unleavened bread? Once they have the feast, when they have this feast of unleavened bread on January 15th, for how many days should they be eating this bread? Yes, 7 days. You can't go wrong when you say 7, guys. So for 7 days, they should be eating the unleavened bread. Next question. When they plant up their crops, the first sheaf of their harvest means the first bundle, the first of their harvest. What should they do with it? What should they do with the first sheaf, the first crop of their harvest? What should they do with it? What should they do with the first sheaf of their harvest? Give a 10. It says what they should do with the first sheaf of their harvest. What should they do with it? Guys, all of this here so is surprisingly intertwined with today's rules and laws and expectations, you name it. Yep. Some are blatantly intertwined and some are surreptitiously intertwined into the laws and rules. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. I'm still listening. What should they do with the first sheaf of their harvest? Drink wine? Knowing some. We are on to 23 and verse 10. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when he be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then he shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of the harvest unto the priest. So a sheaf of your first harvest. So if you the first time you harvest up some carrot, you bring a bundle for the priest. The first time you pick some apples, you bring a basket for the priest. The first time you chop down some banana, you reap some banana, you need to give a sheaf of it. So a portion, a bundle of whatever it is, you need to bring it to the priest once you reap it, the very first time you reap it. All right? You give it to the priest. And then the priest, yeah, you say it. Next time, don't say it late. Okay? Next time, do not say it late, Sister Card. Okay? And then what will the priest do with these sheaves of offerings that the community has given to him? What does he do with these sheaves of offerings that the community has given to him? All for the wave. Yes, he waved them. He brings them to the Lord. He waves them in front of the Lord. Yes. But on what day does he do this waving? On what day does he bring these sheaves of offerings that the people have given to him to the Lord? On what day? On what day does he do that? Question, guys. Welcome into the live, guys. If you're new here, a very, very, very special welcome to you. Thank you so much for coming. We are going over the chapters that we read this week, Leviticus chapters 21 to 27. And my question here is, after the people have given the priest the sheave offering and he waves it, which day does he present it in front of the Lord? The same day they brought it. No, sir. That's what the Bible say. That's what the Bible say. Let me check it out here. Okay, when did they say he should waive it? When should the priest waive it and present in front of the Lord? When? Anybody remember? All right, let us look at Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 11. Chapter 23 and verse 11. What does it say? When should he present those sheaf offerings in front of the Lord? When shall he present it? Tomorrow? Not tomorrow. When? You find it in Leviticus 23 and verse 11. And it says, let me see if anybody gonna come up with the answer. He shall present it to the Lord the day, yes, God, yes, the day after the Sabbath. Have you all ever wondered? Have you all ever wondered why, when they have harvest, for those of you who have been going to church and they have harvest, you know, when I used to go to church, we have harvest on like there's a time in the year when we have a harvest. I think it's usually in September, and you bring whatever you have planted in your garden, you bring a portion of it. On a Sunday, we usually have the harvest, and they sell it, and raise a little money for the church. Okay, next question. What should be offered with your sheaf of your bundle of animals? What should be offered at that ceremony when the priest presents these sheaves of fruits and vegetables and crops, whatever the people bring? What else should he offer on that day? Did somebody say male lamb? Yes, Winsome. He should also offer a male lamb. Yes, a 1-year-old male lamb as a burnt offering. All right, next. All right. According to the Leviticus, name me some other foods that should not be eaten until the day of the offering. So there are some foods, after you do the reaping, there are some food that you should not eat until the day of the offering. What kind of foods is that you should not eat? Name me at least one food that you should not eat until after the offering has been made. Come, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. Talk to me. I'm not sure what Cuddy is talking about the 210 dealer flour, because we ain't getting to that kind of measurement yet. My question is, what other food should not be eaten until the day after the offering? Until the day of the offering. Yes, bread, when some got it, bread. You shouldn't eat bread until the day of the offering. What else, Winsome? Anything else did you see? What else, Winsome? Anything else? Corn, yes, parched corn. You shouldn't eat the parched corn or the green corn until the day of the offering. Okay? Next question. How many years of land Sabbaths should there be before the Jubilee? How many years? How many land Sabbath years? The farm Sabbaths, land Sabbaths. How many years of land Sabbaths should there be before the year of Jubilee? Yes, God, there should be 7. 7 years of land Sabbaths. So those of you who don't understand when I say land Sabbath, it's because you probably were not here from the beginning. But in the Bible, the children of Israel were instructed to rest the land, rest their farmland every 7 years. And that year of resting is considered to be the Sabbath for the land, because the land is resting for that whole year. So you do that every 7 years, 7 times. And then the following year is the 50th year. You get that year becomes the year of the Jubilee. Okay? All right. So you got that one, card. You got that one. All right. Next question. Next question, guys. All right. I'm going to do a little chat here. So, we all be wondering, who gave white people the idea that they could start buying and selling people of other races, And as I read the Bible, I came across Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 26 and verse, what's this? Let me look. Let me look here before I open up my mouth and say something. Look at me, can't read my own handwriting. Okay, Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 45. So you cannot buy and sell your own people. Have you ever wondered if it's because this is written in the Bible, why some people decided that, well, since they can buy and sell other people from other. Oh, Felicia, yes, Felicia, that's wonderful. Have you all ever wondered that maybe that's where they got the idea from, for them to be able to sell and buy people from other races? Because here clear in the Bible it says that they should not buy or sell their own people, but the strangers they can buy and sell. You can trade the people who are not among the children of Israel, the people who are not related to you, the people who don't look like you, don't, yeah, people of a different race. You can always trade them, but you shouldn't trade your own. Ever wonder where they got that idea? Quite likely that's where they got it. Okay? All right, let's move right along. Wait, let me ask another question here. Okay, so the children were like everybody was everybody had to, the priest had to put like a value on the people, like how much they were worth, right? You know, like how they say, like during the slave trade, they wanna bring out the people, they might say, oh, they wanted the men who were big and strong because they could work. They look like they could work, they could withstand the heat of the Florida sun. Yeah, the heat of the Jamaican sun all day, of the Haitian sun, yeah, of the Bahamas sun, of the, all those places where they came from. Yeah. So they would bring those strong people and they would leave the weaklings behind. So the priest now had to put a value on each person. So for the men, if you were between the ages of 5 and 20, how much were you worth? If you were between the ages, if you were a male and between the age of 5 and 20, how much were you worth? Imagine you are a male between the age of 5 and 20. How much were you worth? Yeah, when them bring you before the priest, we see how much you're worth, we see them to buy you. Yeah, the priest said, look on him in belly bum, in yai cast, this is how much he is worth. If you're a male between the age of 5 and 20, how much were you worth? Come on, guys. Roll it up and make me hear. How much were you worth if you were between the ages of 5 and 20 and you were a male? Well, I said the Seagram nice, it's a guy will like, make me hear them and get dark. The Seagram nice, but you know, I can't hold my liquor. If you were a man between the ages of 5 and 20, how much were you worth? When some say 3 shekels, that not be too cheap for a big old strong man, 20-year-old. No, some sister Winsome, that sound cheap. That sound cheap, sister Winsome. Come on, guys, the rest of you in the chat, tell me. How much was a male worth who was between the age of 5 and 20? How much was a male worth? Winsome, I guess, yeah, I guess, You know, say I guess Sister Winsome. How much was a male worth? Yes, God. A male that was between the age of 5 and 20 was worth 20 shekels. How much was a male over 60 worth? How much was a male over 60? A man over 60 years old. How much was he worth? A man over 60, how much was he worth? The man that's over 50? Winsome, the man that was over 50? I mean over 60? How much was he worth? How much was the man over 60 worth, my friends? Because remember, the priests have to value them for them to be sold. So a man that was over 60 years old, how much was he worth? Excuse me? Nobody knows? Okay. Where you find it again? We find it in 27. We find it in 27 over there on. Wait, so me can't see good enough. But in 27, read it down at. Wait, so let me look here so I'll tell you. Hold on there, Sister Winsome. Let me spin my Bible right here. Read from verse 3. 3, 4. Read down there, so. God says the man that was over 60, the man that was over 60 was worth not a penny. Oh my God. Yes, with some. Me not young, and me eye them dark. Me eye them dark, so me can't even go serve the people them bread. But look in Leviticus 27, the very early chapters, around chapters 3 to 5, or a little bit further down from there. Yes, when some know me put on my glasses. And the light right here so not so nice at all. But a man that is greater than 60 years old, we know him don't work much. In greater than 60 years old. How much shekels is he worth? How many shekels is that fellow worth if he's over 60? Nobody don't know? All right. How much is a woman worth that's over 60? A woman that's over 60, how much is she worth? How much is she worth? A woman that is over 60. Winsome, you didn't read the chapters? You didn't listen to the narration? If she over 60, no, Winsome, let me read it for you. Let me find it and read it for you. The Bible them so fine, Winsome, you can hardly see it. And if it be from 60 years old and above, if it is a male, then their estimation should be 15 shekels, and for female, it shall be 10 shekels. So the female is worth 10 shekels if she's over 60, And the male is worth 15 shekels if he's over 60. Okay? Here, watch out, Shauna. Shauna, how you doing? Good to see you, my love. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shauna, you come and we are wrap up, because we have 20 minutes to go. We have 20 minutes to go. I may try to see if we can keep up for the 20 minutes. Let me see. The Bible talks about also the women. Your Bible said 30. Let me read the whole thing and tell you what my Bible said in Sister Winston. Let me read all of this in chapter 27. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When a man shall make a single vow, the persons shall be for the Lord by thy estimation. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old, even unto 60 years old, even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels. Am I wrong, Winsome? Hold on there. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old, even unto 60. So male 20 to 60. My bad, Winsome. My bad. Winsome. I stand corrected. Sister Winsome. I stand corrected. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years and even unto 60, 20 to 60 years old, and thy estimation shall be 50 shekels. Okay. And if it is female, then thy estimation shall be 30. All right, Winsome, you win. You win, Winsome, and for that, me I going to give you 3 extra points. Thank you very much for that, Sister Winsome. Thank you very much. I took my glasses, man. I took my glasses, man. All right, Winsome, so me give you 3 extra points. Me give you 3. Shana. Why I no see heart no leave? So me I never see the 50, so my heart never leave Winsome. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sister Winsome. But Winsome, the men who make the vow. All right. Next question. How many women were needed to bake that bread? Trey, we're gonna look for you. Shana. Shana, allow me alone now, please. Allow me now. Me think the glasses down. Me don't know anything. It must in my pocketbook somewhere. Must in my pocketbook somewhere. But how many women were required to bake? Or me only have one Winsome. Enough money to pay for the glasses and I couldn't even afford it. I have to take you out on payment. So that's good. How many women were required to make the bread? Make the holy bread. How many women? How many women? Excuse your manners. We understand you, Shauna. We understand. It's no big deal. No big deal. How many women were required to make the bread? Somebody said 3, somebody said 2. You're not even gonna believe the answer. How many women were required to make the bread? Nobody remember? All right, let's go into Leviticus 26 and verse 26 and verse 26. 26 and verse 26. How many women were required to make the bread? You're back, God. God, how many women were required to bake that bread? According to the Leviticus. Okay, yes, God, 10. 10 women, Shauna, 10 women were required to bake that bread. Okay. Next question. Next question. Tell me one thing God said he would do to the children of Israel if they did not obey him. Name me one thing. Name me one thing. You miss. Shauna wrote one, guys. So Shauna said she missed off the zero. Oh my gosh. Next time, walk with your zero. Don't forget it. Don't forget your zero, my friend. All right. Let's see. Yes, Winsome, he's saying we hurt them. What else is saying we do to them? All bears eat their children. All bears eat their children. Eh, a lot of animals eat their children. Bears, yeah, lots of animals. If they have a baby and the baby not thriving, they eat it. Mhm. Bears do that, especially if the bear is not producing enough milk and one baby is thriving and one baby is not, the bear sometimes just eat the one that's not thriving. All right. Next question, me I go ask you now. How long should the feast of the tabernacle last? How long should what I say? God love to a stone. All right. How many days should the feast of the tabernacle last? All right. Here with Shauna. Here with Shauna says 7. All right, Shauna, you come in with that one right away. What? Come on, guys, give me some more punishment that the Lord promised the children of Israel, if they did not obey him. Winsome said it will hurt them. Anybody remember anything else he said? Anything else that he told the children of Israel he would do if they did not obey him? Come on, tell me, guys. What else did he say he was going to do to them if they didn't listen to him? He will make their exactly. He will make their generation fewer. That means he gonna make them dwindle down. He gonna make um animal come eat out, they eat down them ground. He gonna make them starve. He gonna make them numbers start dwindling. That means they're not gonna get pregnant, and if them get pregnant, them are go die. You know, he was just that fear mongering. Oh Jehovah. He was just laying it down on them, all that he was going to do to them if they did not obey him. So I guess those people obedient, were obedient to him because they were so afraid. Am I gonna make wild beasts eat them? So why me don't know? Me don't know. The Bible have a streak of violence in it. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. How often? Let me see. How often should new meat offering be made? After 7 Sabbaths. How often, guys, should new meat offering be made? How often did the children of Israel make new meat offering? Oh yes, Shauna. He was going to punish them. He was going to make them pay for roast and boil. So if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna make animal come and eat down on a crop, and then all the land is going to be barren. So the land is going to have enjoy the Sabbath because there'll be nobody to till the field. We are gonna make wild animal come eat down your animal them. We say, guys, I don't need to say you kill me. I mean, and I had taken a Benadryl, but me no know the something bite so hot. The whole underneath my arms swell up all the way come across ears so swell up. How often should new meat offering be made? Not every week, not once per week. Check out Leviticus 23, verse 16, and then tell me. Not once a week. Not once a week, not every week. All right, no get it. So me I go not 40 days. So I'm going to tell you all. So after, not every Sabbath, not 40 days. All right, so I'm going to give the answer. Not 50 days. Not 50 days. But on the 50th day, after they had 7 Sabbaths. So 7 is 49. That makes 49 days is going to have 7 Sabbaths. And then the day after that is day 50. That is the day. That is the day they should offer new meat offering. All right, we have just a few more, guys. Why the live is coming down, 7 minutes to go. All right. Shauna, you weren't here earlier, but I'm going to roll this question back. Name 2 dates in July, 2 Sabbath dates in July. Name 2. Name me 2 Sabbath dates in July. Name me 2 Sabbath dates in July. You're tired? Me tired too. That's why me only have 7 more minutes to go. All right, China said the 16th and the 23rd. Well, it's in fact the 15th. The good book says the 15th and then the 23rd per our calculations. Okay. How many years should the land be tilled before there was a Sabbath for the land? How many years? After that, there's going to be one more question. How many years should the land be tilled before it has a Sabbath? 6. Very good, card. So the land must be tilled for 6 years, and then on the 7th year, it gets to rest on the seventh year. How many years storage of food should the people of Israel have? And that is the last question. How many years worth of food should they have while the land is enjoying its Sabbath? How many? Yes, God, 3. 3. Very good. Because remember, guys, there is the year of the Sabbath when you are not tilling anything, you are not growing anything, you are not going out in that field, you're letting the land rest. And then there is the year after that. That's the year when you're planting, right? Yeah, that's the year when you're planting. So while you're planting, you don't have nothing. And then you have to wait a year for it to come in, for you to have something. Okay? So that makes it to be 3 years worth of food you have got to have. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about in the very, very last is Leviticus chapter 27 and verse 31. If you don't have a Bible, we are going to go through that. 27 and verse 31, where it talks about the tithe. And if a man will at all redeem out of his tithes, he shall add thereto the 5th part thereof. Okay? So, if your tithe, if you are giving your tithe, if you are giving 10% of your earnings, whatever your earnings may be, if you're giving 10% of your earnings, you're giving it willingly. They also want you to add a 5th of that. A 5th, if you're going to give $10, a 5th of $10 is going to be $2. So then you would end up giving $12. But we talked about the tithing earlier, and earlier it said that you should give it of your own free will. Got win some with the 7. Yes, man, win some throw 7 for every. Win some throw out the number 7 for. Win some is something else, I tell you. Win some is something else. Verse 32, though, guys, says, and concerning the tithe of the tithe of the herd, of the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the 10th shall be holy unto the Lord. So that 10th that it is asking you to give, that it says is holy, that you need to bring to the Lord, that's the number that is in question as we speak. Because remember the other day we were talking about how Creford Dollar came out and said something about the tithe, and the 10% of the tithe was wrong and all of that. This one is chapter 27. I'm reading from 31 onwards. Right? And here it says that the 10th belongs to the Lord. Interpret it how you will. If it's a 10th of the money you earn, if it's a 10th of all that you have, yes, you interpret it your way. But know that right here in the Leviticus chapter 27 and verse 31 onwards, it talks about the tithe being 10%, and if you're giving it willingly and you want to add another 1/5 to that 10%, you are free to do so. All right? It says, he shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments whence the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel on Mount Sinai. The only way they were supposed to bring money, as if they live far away and cannot bring the animals, they should sell it and then bring the money to the priest. The produce. Okay. Okay, so Kad is saying the only way they were supposed to bring money would be if they live far away and they couldn't bring the produce, so they had to, sell the produce and then bring the money, which is a great which is a great idea if that were the case. Are we 100% sure that that was the case? We don't know because I haven't read that here. That doesn't mean that that wasn't the case, because we know that this book has been printed, reprinted, and there are lots of people who are well versed in Bible literature and may have read these things in other literature areas, but not me. I have not. Okay, but I'm always open and willing to learn from anybody else who have anything else to say. So, guys, when you hear the conversation about the tithe, you will know, oh, you have the Bible as proof. Exactly. So, there, Kat says she has the Bible as proof. And we know that in the Bible, we have found lots of contradictory statements. And I guess some of it comes, guys, from, you know, the Bible has been rewritten and reinterpreted over and over and over. And we know when that happens with any form of literature, it sort of changes its meaning. It's almost like passing the story on. We used to play this game when we were kids, like tell the story, and the teacher would tell one child something and tell that child to tell it to the next child and tell it and tell it and tell it. And by the time it gets to the child at the end, it's something completely, totally different. Completely and totally different. Because somebody didn't hear one word, somebody didn't hear it right, and so the whole thing gets distorted. And we have found some discrepancies in the Bible that we can attribute to something like that, the reinterpretation and the rewriting of it. Leave out some word, repeat some word, put some words where it actually maybe don't make too much sense, and that sort of thing. All right, so now we know about the tithes. And tonight we are going to be announcing the winner. Oh yes, Cad knows she won. Cad is the winner with 20 points, and Winsome is a strong second with 12 points. Okay, Cad is the winner tonight, guys. Let's go ahead and congratulate Cad for winning this week's Swords in Hand / Bible Trivia. For those of you who are new here, I want to say thank you all for stopping by. I know a lot of you on the outside didn't look in, didn't say anything in the comments, but I'm sure you are in the background. I hope that you are learning something as we go along, because honestly speaking, guys, this book here has so much influence on our day-to-day lives. I said that it would behoove all of us to know what it says and what it does not say, so that we can defend ourselves and our choices, if we are going to base our choices on the book. And then we're going to have the judge, jurors, and executioners coming out to attack us to say, this is what the Bible said. The Bible, we can always defend ourselves appropriately because we would have read it for ourselves. Shauna came into the house. Welcome, Shauna. I haven't seen Shauna in a minute. Thank you so much, Shauna. Shauna came in and answered a few questions. Thank you, Shauna. Winsome, Jackie, I think Jackie Mason is here. Irie daughter was here. Sister Sylvia was here. Welcome, 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 everybody. Thank you all for having come. I don't want to forget anybody. I know We Are Lot Nation was here. Oh my gosh. I cannot possibly remember everybody. Sister Card and the rest of the crew was here. Joseph and oops, there we go. Joseph and Lyndon and Crackers and everybody else who came into the live. I want to say a sincere thank you for everybody who came in and who participated. Congrats to CAD for being the winner this week. And to everybody, tomorrow we will start the book of Numbers. All right. If you have read the book of Numbers already, kudos to you. Tomorrow we are going to start reading the book of Numbers as we continue to try reading and understanding what the good book says. All right, guys, that is going to be it from me for tonight. We must have Winston, so we must have things to run us up. All right, Winston, we're going to talk about it off the air. You and I are going to talk about it off the air, Sister Winston. All right, so that's going to be it from me for tonight, guys. Thank you so much. At one point, I know there was a new guy. Sister Mikey was here as well from Mikey Laugh, guys, and we had a new traveler rolled in, Brave Buddy LV. All right, so we Money LV and check out his channel. All right, guys. So thank you all so much again, guys. You all have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great evening, my friends.